What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We're back again, talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Sean Mean. Sean, how's it going?
Muy bien, Connor. I've been studying German in my spare time.
Oh my god. And how many languages do you speak?
Oh, at least a dozen.
At least a dozen. And not many people know that about you, but at least 3 of them are English. Don't ask me how.
Irish English, American English, I know them all.
You throw anything at him, he knows all the phrases. So, this is Weird News. Sean, what do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world, and you're about to read them all out to me. I've not heard these stories, so we're going to have a little bit of a riff on how mental people are. Turns out, very.
It does turn out to be very, yes. And so where we're going at the start of this week's Weird News, Sean, is to Australia. Down under. Possibly Australia, with all their dollary dues. Now, I have only ever seen an episode of The Simpsons. I've never been there. I can only assume it's a place filled with dollary dues and big boots.
I would say that's an exact representation of the country, yes.
Yes. So, one thing Australia also does have is deadly animals that are trying to kill you at all times.
And Australia is a place that humans should not live, but they just do anyway.
Australians are the toughest of us. Australia and New Zealand are just like, look, we live in the place that has all the poisonous things. Fuck it. Be grand.
Fuck it. Also, like, if you're in New Zealand, you're just like, and we just kind of got rid of coronavirus. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Whatevs. Just do it every day. But Australia, they have one thing in particular: snakes, Sean. And this week I have Australian trucker fights off deadly snake while driving 70 miles per hour.
Jesus.
Yes.
Okay. I wouldn't.
I'm trying to imagine me in this scenario, and I would just be like, look, death has come for me. I think it's easy to just accept it.
See, because there's a couple of options there, because you fight off the snake while driving at 70 miles an hour, not the best option, I would say, or you treat it like you got a phone call, and it's just like, yeah, hang on there now, I just have to pull in, and I'll be able to deal with this properly.
Now, when he's saying this to the snake, he's like, here lad, come here to me. Wait till I pull in, and then we'll have a fucking scrap. Just hang on.
I have time. Just, I need to pull in.
The snake is sitting there in the front seat trying to make conversation. You busy? What time do you finish?
Will you be working long? You will? Alright.
So an Australian trucker managed to fight off a highly venomous snake while doing 70 miles per hour along a busy road. Police in Queensland pulled over the 27-year-old man at around 5 p.m. because they believed he was speeding. But when questioned, the driver... It's in the car. But when questioned, the driver, who gave his name as Jimmy, which I mean, Australian, he's just Jimmy, you know what I mean?
Jimmy drives the truck.
Jimmy claimed he had been desperately trying to defend himself against a snake that had gotten into his truck. The eastern brown snake, which is one of the deadliest in the world, tried to wrap itself around him as he drove along, but he managed to keep it at bay with his seatbelt and a knife.
I see you've played knifey seatbelt before.
Also, you've played knifey seatbelt before.
Sorry, what accent was that?
That was French. That's a French man doing Australian.
Do you know I speak French?
Do you? French-Irish.
French-Irish, yeah.
So he's driving at 70 an hour, and I suppose the idea would be that once you see the snake, you kind of forget about the accelerator and the fact that you're pressing down on it, because at that point, your concentration is not on what's in front of you.
Yeah, and it was on a busy road as well. So presumably everyone in the road just saw a truck speed up wildly.
Oh my god. So video recorded on one of the officer's body cams captures him saying, "I'm driving along at 100 and I just started to brake. The more I moved my legs, it just started to wrap around me. Its head just started striking at the chair between my legs."
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Snake knows what it's doing.
You gotta go balls first. Oh no.
Once he's hitting the balls, nothing matters.
Imagine, Sean, just imagine the fear. Like, I don't know how you keep a straight head. Like, how do you keep cool, calm and collected when you're driving along and there's a snake in between your legs striking at that area?
Like, look, I've never been... Touch wood.
I know it's a
I'll never be in that situation.
Of course. In Ireland there are no animals.
No, St. Patrick got rid of all our snakes,
yes,
so we're grand.
True.
Except for the ones in government, huh?
Boys.
Lads.
And here come the SWAT. Here come the SWAT.
We're both being swatted, even though this is pre-recorded. I'm not sure how it happened.
They'll never find where I am.
How did the snake get in? Or is it just Australia? And
It's just Australia. I think the idea is that it probably got in through the exhaust pipe, maybe, or maybe he left his window open. You don't know. I suppose it's winter down there, though. So,
well, that's true. It was probably looking for warmth.
Yeah, like it's just having a bit of a cold day, and it was like, I love a bit of warmth, a bit of a fire. And so gets into this man's van, and the worst part is it's on his side, so that means it's like underneath him, which is somehow scarier
than if it was coming at you from the passenger seat.
Yeah, from the passenger seat, I feel like it would strike, but you'd be able to, like, you'd have an arm that you could, like, whip around to try and hit it. But if it's underneath you and you're just trying to drive, I mean, I don't know, the fear of it all.
The thing is, though, like, if that happened to me, I would take a week off work. But this man, I'm 100% confident he just finished his work for the day and went home and probably didn't say anything about it.
He did this yesterday, he did this the day before. This is just a regular occurrence.
It just happens, lads.
Yeah, so luckily he escaped the ordeal without being bitten. But the adrenaline meant he wasn't sure what had happened. He said to the officers, I think it has bitten me. It was in the car with me. You can feel my heart, mate.
That's the proof that you need. So, did he throw the snake out the window or did he just, like, punch it to death?
We don't know. Now, the cynical man in me says maybe there was never a snake shot. Maybe he was speeding and he got pulled over.
Did you feel his heart?
I didn't. Through the words, I did not. But I can only say that he was caught speeding and this was his excuse. Now, it does say, although the traffic officer had heard his fair share of excuses for speeding, he soon realised that this was not just another colourful tale and promptly sought medical assistance.
Yeah, like because with the adrenaline, he thought he'd been bitten.
And he was driving at 123 kilometres per hour on down a busy road, but he didn't even know how fast he was going.
Jesus. Like, I mean, he just panicked. At that point, you black out to everything except the snake between your legs.
Yeah, it becomes survival.
And, like, it sounds like a bad snake as well. Like,
as opposed to the good ones.
Well, there's some snakes that are sound. Some snakes, like a little milk snake, isn't going to kill you.
No, I have a full 100% all snakes.
You just don't trust any snake.
I don't trust them. I mean, we literally have a phrase called "he's a snake, don't trust him." And so, if I'm using that...
That says more about the person than the snake, though.
No, man. No, I can't. I have... You know, people are afraid of heights, like snakes are my thing.
Okay, well, look, I'll respect that, and I'll stop throwing snakes at you. I didn't know.
It's how you enter every studio we've ever entered together.
Whoopah!
Not again! Damn you, St. Patrick! He's always got one.
I don't know if anyone heard that outside my window, by the way. But someone very angrily honked a horn just now.
No way.
I think in protest to your St. Patrick comment.
Oh, it could have been that, or maybe your comment on the government?
No, everyone agrees with my views.
There's just like people outside with baseball bats. I told you, they're coming for us. Ireland is a very... they lock down on any of that kind of talk.
That's true. It's like 1984.
So this man is driving along. He finds the snake is trying to wrap around his legs. Like, oh god, no. And it's one of the eastern brown snakes, which is apparently, it says, one of the deadliest in the world. So this man somehow survived this, because like he's just in a confined space with a snake.
Yeah, it's the starting sequence to Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, but yeah, like in a truck in Australia, and there's just one snake. It's not that similar now that I say it out loud.
There's no helicopters around to push the snake into.
Very few.
Damn it! Imagine that was his first thought. Fuck! I'm nowhere near the airport.
Alright, plan B.
Plan B, speed up.
Oh man, that's a terrifying story.
We're going to move on to our next piece of news, and that is naked man rescued from Duluth sewer. Duluth or Duluth? Duluth. How would you pronounce that?
I would say Duluth.
Okay. So a naked man was rescued from the sewer there. So apparently they'd just seen a human being slip into the sewer system just off the I-35, said one witness. The sewer, a spokesperson with the St. Louis County Sheriff's Department says, is a dangerous place and not recommended for human travel.
Only for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Everybody knows that.
And maybe some kind of rat sensei.
With a stick, who somehow knows karate. Deputies were called to the scene, along with police and firefighters, to see if there was such a person still hanging out in the sewers, and if they were in any kind of distress. So this is the first call, right?
Right.
2.5 hours later, and 20 or so popped manhole covers. The only thing anyone had found was a set of clothes stashed nearby, but nobody there. So the first call went out. Someone said they'd seen a human being slip into the sewer system. They checked over for over 2.5 hours, popped 20 or so manhole covers, and all they found was his clothes.
That man was ready to go into the sewers then, because he clearly thought, no, if I go in, I'm going to smell of the sewer.
You don't want to smell like the sewer.
Like, once they get the dogs, they'll be well able to find me.
Gotta go naked. It's the only way. Although they could just get my scent from the clothes that I'm leaving here. But also, it's the only way.
No, because by that time his scent will be replaced by sewer.
Oh, it's a predator situation. He's covered himself in sewer shit.
Oh, no, well, we've not gone that far.
Literally.
Like, can you actually just walk around in sewers? Movies tell me there's like a little path and essentially a river of shit beside you, but yeah. I'm fairly sure it's just a big pipe, right?
I mean, maybe Ireland is different, because I don't think you could ever fit anything down there. It's like tiny. But as you said, every movie I've ever seen of any American thing, like the Ghostbusters went down there. There's 1,000,001 horror movies where they are always in the sewers, and of course you got the sensei and the 4 lads.
They have a whole bachelor pad down there.
They've got a massive crib. MTV's Cribs.
They can get pizza delivered.
How?
What the fuck is going on in that show?
Let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a second, lads. Who was your favourite, Sean?
Leonardo.
Obviously. Yeah, Leo man.
Yeah, Leonardo leads. I'm a leader. I'm a natural leader, Connor.
You are. You are.
Who was yours?
See, I think mine was kind of Leonardo as well, but I think when you're very young, it was probably Michelangelo, and then maybe Donatello. I like Donatello.
Yeah, Donatello does machines, as we all know.
He does machines. That's what the song has told me.
Now, interestingly enough, you said Raphael. Now, Raphael is cool but rude. But Michelangelo...
Yes, I don't like his rudeness. That's the thing.
You're a polite boy.
And what I want to do is I want Donatello, but what if I needed a party boy? Like, what if I needed someone who likes a bit of a rave, Sean?
Well, do I have a Sistine Chapel painting artist for you?
Leonardo!
No, Michelangelo, Connor. Come on.
Fuck's sake, that's history and Teenage Mutant Ninja. Fuck's sake. You are tick.
2 mastermind subjects.
So city spokesperson Katie Van Deel, which is a great name, said that the only thing they'd found was a discarded set of clothes. But she pointed out, there's no way of knowing how long those had been there.
He could have placed those there months ago.
That was a ploy. That was just a trap. He bought those trousers weeks ago, placed them there, said they're going to find them, when in fact my trousers are 10 yards to the left of those trousers.
But I'm keeping my Crocs on.
Crocs on in the sewer, that's what I say. So, the county sheriff's spokesperson said they thought the individual may have been naked, is their quote, may have been. But no, nobody laid eyes on this nude sewer person. In fact, the search didn't turn up any sort of person at all, which, I mean, I suppose there wouldn't be too many down there anyway, so if you didn't find this one, I would assume you found nobody.
That's true, unless there's a sub-community of, like, sewer people.
I think, is that the plot of Demolition Man?
It is the plot.
We are rattling through references.
It's a movie Mondays.
And was soon called off, the search, I should say, with authorities believing whoever was down there probably successfully made it out. So first responders left the scene at around 2:45 p.m. Then, on Thursday, another call came in. A person walking on the street heard calls for help coming through a manhole cover. It was a clown trying to lower a child in. We got another reference in. The Lut Fire Department responded to the scene and lowered a ladder down to a man visibly in distress, they say. He was taken to hospital for treatment of hypothermia and held for observation. Other details about what happened aren't available. Joe spokeswoman Van Deal offered, any time that we are getting a call for a person that's in distress, it's our job to make sure that person is taken care of. Classic spokeswoman, classic Van Deal.
Well, taken care of, and then the report doesn't say cock's gun.
Taken care of, ... and kept quiet.
If you know what I mean. And then the
wink,
reporter
wink,
said
nudge,
she
nudge,
winked.
nod. So this man went into the sewers on the Tuesday. He gets lost. He's seen going in, but nobody can find him. On the Thursday, he is heard calling for help, but they searched for him for 2.5 hours. Sean, what is this man's story? Why did he go down there? It's a whole situation.
Well, he went down for the banter.
Of course.
You always ask me to, like, rationalise what a criminal does, and
is he a criminal?
I don't think you're allowed in the sewers.
It's not like, I mean, it's not. You're not going to get arrested for getting naked and going into a sewer. I suppose if you get naked on the public street, then that's seen as nudity. But if he gets naked in the sewer, is that technically not in the public eye?
Well, it depends if they're sewer people.
If it's a Demolition Man situation, then we've got questions.
I've got big questions.
Yeah. Where's Sly? Bring him in.
Oh, if Sly was here, this would have been solved in no time.
Oh, yeah. Also, I should mention that when I found this article, I was like, oh, that's a funny story. But there was one comment from one woman who had used her, like, Facebook account.
Right.
And it was on this one article, one comment. It was from a woman, I can only assume maybe in her 50s or 60s on Facebook. That's what I'm going to set this up as. And it was like it was a woman, she had blonde hair, curly hair, glasses, and she just wrote, another young person playing with radiation.
I think she might be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan.
She like, in the comments, she just said, another young person playing with radiation. Like, it's sad to see. It's very common.
You get more and more of these every day.
Back in my day, this didn't happen, but these days, kids are mad for the radiation.
Kids are fucking hype for some rads.
And they'll go into any sewer. They'll roll around it until they get superpowers.
Because the Marvel and the DC told them they would.
And the video games.
Oh, can't forget the video games.
Yeah. I think that woman should have her own comment on every weird news article we do, because I just think she'd blame it all on radiation.
I mean, look, you have to blame something.
I think this might be a case of that man was on a lot of drugs, went into the sewers, the drugs wore off, and then like a day and a half later he has to then come to the realisation that he's in a sewer and can't get out.
Yeah, and to be trapped in the sewers for any length of time, I imagine, is quite an unpleasant and unsettling experience.
There's very little positives. It's not like, at least the scenery, no. At least, the aroma, not great either.
Oh, certainly not.
But at least I have my warm shit.
Oh no, I've done wrong here, lads.
Damn you, druggy me! Why did you do this? So we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and that is Oregon man driving stolen vehicle crashes into other woman driving other stolen vehicle. And
is this a will they won't they romance?
I think this could be the start of any bit of romance. Like, how did you meet? Well, son. Sit down. Funny. We're going to have a chat. Both were charged with unauthorised use of motor vehicle and other crimes. So a car crash Sunday resulted in both drivers being arrested after police in Oregon discovered that they were both driving stolen vehicles. Newburgh Dundee police chased Randy Lee Cooper. Man,
he is a bit of a Randy Lee Cooper.
A Randy Lee Cooper in a stolen Land Cruiser before he careened into a Buick Regal as he was attempting to elude the officers. Cooper was arrested and charged with multiple crimes, including assault and unauthorised use of of a motor vehicle. In the process, however, police discovered that the other driver that he had hit, the driver of the Buick, 25-year-old Kristen Nicole Begoo.
Sorry? The Begoos are involved?
Kristen Nicole Begoo. It might be pronounced Bijou, but I'm going to pronounce it Begoo.
Right. I will follow you as you do this, Connor.
Yes. Kristen Nicole Begoo was under the influence of intoxicants, and her vehicle had also been reported stolen 3 weeks prior, according to a police press release. Why is that so hard for me to say?
Easy for you to say.
Press release. Jesus, lads.
Press
I've been roasted.
Fucking press release me from this conversation. Oh, fucking hell, boys.
Okay, look, lads, I'm going to fucking... No, this show's been shut down. I'm not having this. I'm not having you taking this fucking piss out of me.
Connor, shut up.
You know what, you've raised a good point there now, actually. I don't have any bank.
I'd never thought of it like that.
Oh, and that government, there's snakes. I can't wait till they get you. I'm going to rat you out.
Going to rat me out to big government.
She was also arrested and charged with driving under the influence and unauthorised use of a motor vehicle, and the police also released a press release. I'm just saying that just so we know I can say that sentence. Sean,
yeah,
how unlucky do you have to be if you're Kristen Nicole Begoo to get involved in this?
Oh, it's a bad day, alright.
Like, you're a bad person for stealing the car, but they say the car was stolen 3 weeks prior, which means that she was, like, got away with it. The heat's died down. It's been a week and a half. Heat's died down. I think I'm in the free.
Provided nothing pops up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I should be grand.
And she gets out of the car, and the police officers are like, "Do you want to trade like insurance?" He says, "No. Honestly, honestly, it's fine.
Honestly, I'd just like to go about my day and leave, please.
Your car is wrapped around a tree, miss." Well, look, I mean,
it's not my car. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh no, it's my sister's.
It's my sister's. Yeah.
Her name is Mr. Begoo. Mr. Begoo.
She couldn't see where she was going.
Oh, well done, yes. But Kristen Nicole Begoo, I think, might be... She's a horrible person, obviously, for thieving, and being a thief of any kind. I'm against it. It's a sin. But, Sean, right. I just think the unluckiness of it all, that Randy Lee Cooper, he crashes into her, and then she has to just have that moment where she's sitting in the car like... Fuck. I could have gotten away with it if it wasn't for meddling Randy.
Yeah, like, this has gone wrong, I will admit.
And so the two of them, they could end up in a romance. It would be a way to maybe get them together. Maybe they deserve each other.
I think it's a good way to meet people, you know. Automobile accidents.
And 2 stolen vehicles.
Oh, yeah, well, that's just it. Yeah, everyone likes a bit of danger, don't they?
Who would you cast as either of them in the movie? Who's kind of like a rogue charmer that you could get in for both of them?
That's a good question. Well, for Ms. Bagoo, you could do like an Alison Brie type.
Oh, yes.
And then
that's just because you're watching Community.
I am watching Community at the minute, yes.
Yeah.
And why not just Joel McHale for the other guy? Donald Glover.
Donald Glover for the other guy, or Joel McHale.
Or Danny Pudi.
Danny Pudi, Alison Brie. That'd be a movie. I would watch that.
Fun. That would be hilarious. I'd love that.
Okay, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and that is, man pulls knife at restaurant after 14 hours of pancakes and beer.
What? Wait, was he being force-fed pancakes and beer?
No.
Okay, tell me more.
Yes. This is in Tokyo. So the Tokyo Metropolitan Police have arrested a 26-year-old man for allegedly robbing a family restaurant in Shinjuku Ward after dining out inside for half a day, reports say. On the night in question, Katsuki Tashima, of no known occupation, allegedly pulled a knife on an employee at an outlet of Chain Jonathan's. Hand over the money, the suspect reportedly said. I'll call the cops, she responded. Tashima then fled the scene without paying his bill of 3,625 yen, which I don't have the conversion rate on that, Sean. Do you have a computer in front of you?
I do. Give me the number again.
3,625 yen.
3,625 yen. Before I put it in, I'm going to guess about €28.
Okay.
Yen to euro. Here we go. €29.80.
Oh, good guess.
Thanks a million.
So, I hadn't had any money to eat and drink for a week, the suspect was quoted by police in admitting to the allegations. I thought I could get some money while running away in the process.
He's a clever boy, isn't he?
So he goes into the restaurant, he gets fed. It says he arrived at Jonathan's at around 9:30 a.m. that day.
Okay. For breakfast pancakes.
Breakfast pancakes. He spent 14 hours in the restaurant. Then was asked, you may leave. It's been 14 hours, we're probably closing down. And so he then pulled a knife. And his great plan was that he didn't have any money for the drink or food. And so he was going to run away, and he thought he could get the money while running away.
Right.
Now, I don't know how I think running away would be a harder way to get the money than standing still.
More difficult, yes. You can't really do a drive-by robbery.
Give me money, okay, bye.
No, faster next time. I'll be back in an hour.
Yeah, I'm going around the block. I'll be back.
I'll pull up to the next window and then you can hand the money out to me.
He's got like a fake car hanging over his shoulders. He's like, I'm going to pull up to the next window now. When I do, you're going to have to give me all the money, okay?
You also you have to commit to, like, you have to play along.
Yeah, if I press my fake wheel, you have to make the beeping sound because I can't.
I'm not good at it.
So, I'm not good at it. And so he sits in having pancakes and beer for 14 hours, which I think is a lot of pancakes. Beer maybe not so, but a lot of pancakes. You need to be fueled. If you're going to be sitting there, you need to be fueled.
That's true. 12 hours on the beer as well. Like that'd fill you.
But no, only €29 worth of beer.
That's true. Wow. Yeah. Huh. I could do that.
Well, I suppose in Tokyo, I'm assuming the beer is quite a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the local rates.
I'm not myself.
Pancakes and beer for $29.80.
To even get one at these prices these days, all these millennials pumping up prices with their avocado toast and their no houses, little dickheads.
Connor, we're...
Yeah. What?
Just, we're in that group.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Well, yeah, but I just fucking love avocados. Like, gee, leave me alone.
Man, I'd take them over sustainable housing any day.
I just love a mocha cappuccino, and I hate mortgages. Jesus.
Like when you're asking, just like, no, put me in debt, make me owe you money, and they won't give it to you. That's what I'm mad about.
Now back to the government. There's another thing.
Snakes.
If you were in a restaurant for 14 hours having pancakes and beer, and then you realised you didn't have the money, like, I think the worst option is pull a knife and then run away, and then through the process of running think, I'll come up with the money while I'm running. Like, is he hoping that while he's running he'll reach into his pocket like, oh, there's a tenner I never knew I had. Fucking, today's me lucky day.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because, like, surely, like, well, like, I don't mean to prejudge, but surely you could, like, have the plan of, like, okay, I can just run without robbing the place. You're just leave.
Of like Dash and Dine, or not Dash and Dine, and Dash.
That's exactly what I was trying to think of, was Dine and Dash. You could just do that, and then you're home free. It's fine. You got fed, you got watered, you're done.
But see, it depends how much beer he's had, because if you've had a few beers, like if it was one pair of pancakes and the rest of the money went to beers, I think that run is going to be, oh boys, it's not going to be a great one.
Oh, that's true. That's a sloshy kind of drink.
You'll be sloshing as you run.
He's a sloshy boy.
So yeah, I mean, that's commitment to €29 worth of pancakes and beer.
Yeah, like, and no, I hope they were good. Do you know? You ever have shit pancakes?
Yeah, you made me some.
Oh no, I've never made you pancakes. I make excellent pancakes.
Do you? What would you be a crepe man now or an American style?
Oh, now. Here's the thing. I'm a crepe man, but
right.
I usually have self-raising flour in the house, so it has to be American.
Do you know what I prefer American?
Do you know?
Yeah, I do.
You like the
and
extra
I always
bubbles.
have flour in the house and no self-raising flour. Oh, jeez.
We're a classic pair.
Yeah, so man, I just love that story just for his one line of, I didn't have the money, I just thought I'd run until I got it. And look, you gotta have that kind of enthusiasm for all things in life.
It's what Forrest Gump did.
It is, and it worked for him in that fake movie. So we're moving on. You see him there with Nixon. He's best friends with him. We're moving on to the next story. That is man arrested after smuggling $14,000 in groin area.
Oh, wait, as in notes or coins?
In notes.
Okay, good. The other one doesn't bear thinking about.
He's jingling. I suppose you could say this crime took serious balls, Sean.
Oh,
it took serious balls to pull.
Let's hope he doesn't cock it up.
Let's hope he doesn't. So, a Laredo, Texas man was arrested after he reportedly tried smuggling $14,000 in his groin area and underwear pockets. Underwear pockets? My God!
Underwear has pockets.
It's the future.
That's ridiculous.
No, if it gets to the point where women's jeans have no pockets and men now have pockets on their underwear, we've gone too far. We've already gone too far with the no pockets on the women's jeans, but that'll be a serious rubbing in if we're like, we also have pockets on our underwear.
We have ones that are frankly disgusting to use.
Like something we didn't even need, but we just have.
For it.
No. When have you ever been in your underwear like, you know what I need? Pockets.
Fucking nowhere now to put me keys. Oh.
The man was arrested by customs after trying to leave the country to enter Mexico. So, Jose Guadalupe de Leon was about to exit the country on June 22nd, so this is a few weeks ago, via the pedestrian lane of the gateway to the Americas International Bridge. I could read that sentence, but not the police release.
Police release?
During an outbound inspection, he gave a negative declaration to US Customs and Border Protection officers for more than $10,000 in cash. He said, no, I don't have it on me.
None of that.
None of that now. Further inspection of Deleon resulted in the discovery of a large amount of currency concealed within Deleon's front shorts pocket and groin area, states the affidavit. Sean, how? Like, I don't know how big pockets are in underwear, but they can't be that big.
No, and well, look, let's break this down a bit. So say $14,000. Say it's in $100 bills.
Yeah.
That is a certain amount.
140.
140 individual bills.
Is that 140? Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, no, don't become me. Don't start questioning things.
I'm doubting. I rattled that off, and then I had the moment where I was like, fuck, is it? I think so.
Oh, that's...
oh, no.
Now, as we all know, the thickness of a dollar bill is 0.11 millimetres.
I think you've gone mad on Google, and I don't like it.
Now, if we do 0.11 multiplied by 140,
right,
you end up with 15.4 millimetres.
That's not that much.
No, that's 1.54 centimetres.
That's tiny.
Well, like, it's a fairly thick stack to fit in your jocks.
Yeah, but you want to just tell everyone you're happy to see them.
But it's rectangular.
Yeah, look, it's with a medical condition. I think if you said it, I don't think people would be brave enough to ask any further questions.
That's true. Just feel like, in college they used to call me the runway.
Oh my god. And the boys walking around it with the lights, just lighting boys into the landing. Here, gals, come here, look at these fucking lights.
That's ridiculous. Just guiding them in.
The runway. Oh my god, Jesus. And then whenever he got a girl, he'd always be like, "Oh, I'm after landing a good one." Like, I'm after landing a good one, yeah.
Classic runway move.
Classic penis runway joke, which is a very niche. It's a very niche area of joke, but it's there. You know what I mean?
And we found it, lads.
We found it. They said this sees $14,000.09 from Deleon. Homeland Security investigations. Why would you have the 9? Like, what is the point? Is that for the toll bridge?
It could be, or is it like that's the exchange rate where it works out at a round number?
Maybe. Homeland Security investigations responded to investigate the cash smuggling attempt. Deleon allegedly agreed to provide a post-arrest statement. The man, Jose Guadalupe Deleon, is currently being held by Border Patrol. Said he was smuggling the money for unknown individuals. He doesn't know who they are. And it was going to be paid for his ballsy services. It seems he's going to comply with the Homeland Security investigation in addition to giving a sworn statement. So he's very much flipped. But I mean, I think at this point you don't really have much ground to stand on when they catch you with $14,000 in notes around your balls. Like, you can't say it's not mine.
No, I didn't know that was their officers.
No. I mean, that's the first thing you'd feel. Step one.
There was a big consensus among the officers that they wanted to just let him keep it, so none of them had to remove it.
It's like the time that guy he put the drugs underneath his folds of fat.
Stop!
I know you hate that story.
I hate that story so much. It's my least favourite story
he's just so fat, and he just hid drugs underneath them. Sean, do you not like that? Do you not like that image?
No, it's the fact that he was running and they described it in such detail.
Yeah. It was wibbling and wobbling like.
Lad.
Oh, boys. Oh, jeez, those drugs, nobody had ever touched them.
Connor, a snake.
Oh, no, he's got me. So, Sean, do you think it's probably... We've had both of them now. Which is a more... logical way to transport goods and services, bollocks or crack?
Oh, look, in terms of notes, I would say crack.
You can slice that like a card machine. Just stick it straight in there.
Yeah,
but you can't run because you can't run while you're tensing.
No, that's true. Otherwise, you start leaving a trail.
He's going that way. Look at all the fucking hundreds.
But like, why wouldn't you go for? What? I suppose what's a better place? Why wouldn't you just put it in like the sole of your shoe and just stand on it?
That is a very good... I suppose would shoes be the first thing they ask to take off?
Could be. Yeah.
But at the same time, if you put it in your sock...
Yeah, I think that's easier to hide than...
I'm just trying to give tips here. Now, we obviously have never been through it. Maybe it's a more rigorous situation. Maybe we would never last 5 seconds.
We wouldn't last 5 seconds in most situations, though, let's be honest.
In most situations, yes.
It's a miracle that we get an hour an episode.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to move on. The runway, by the way, is one of the worst, best things I've heard in a long time. Okay, we're going to move on, and that is to a disgusting story I've just thrown in just to annoy Sean. We have man's bladder explodes after holding in pee for 18 hours after beer binge.
That's bullshit. That can't happen, can it? That's
true
fucked.
Story.
I read somewhere that your bladder can't explode, your body won't let it. But no.
Well, I don't know. Well, in an incident that redefines sleeping it off, a Chinese man's bladder burst when he unknowingly held his pee in for 18 hours after binging on booze. He did not want to break the seal, he says.
Now, I can respect that.
Sean, what is breaking the seal?
Breaking the seal is when you're on the beer and you've not gone to the bathroom yet. And as soon as you go to the bathroom and break the seal, that means your bathroom visits will become more frequent.
And you'll miss out on the crack.
You'll miss out on the crack with the lads.
The crack with not the drug, the other one.
No, the fun, I guess.
The fun, the whatever crack. But the 40-year-old man, identified only as Mr. Who, reportedly fell asleep.
That's Doctor Who.
That's Doctor Who. After downing 10 bottles of beer during a heavy drinking session the night prior, without heeding nature's call even once. After experiencing searing abdominal pains, the Lager-logged soul is great, reported to the People's Hospital in Zhejiang, eastern China, where a CT scan revealed that his bladder was torn in 3 places. The pee-induced pain was so intense that Hu was unable to lie flat, and he failed to relieve himself of his massive urine reservoir despite several attempts. So his bladder burst because he didn't want to break the seal. I'm just telling you, lads, this is a warning.
If you don't break the seal will break you.
Yeah, absolutely. Fortunately, they were able to save Hugh's life via emergency surgery, and he has since been released from the hospital after making a complete recovery, which is why this is part of weird news. But how much do you have to be into a night out to just be like, I'm not going? And it would have to be a decision you make, surely.
Yeah, you'd feel it at some point that like, I need to.
Yeah, but was it a case like he might have been on a date, maybe, and he was just like, I don't want to leave, like it's rude.
Maybe he didn't know, it was a bar he'd never been to, he didn't know where the bathrooms were and he was too shy to ask.
Yeah, and it's one of those awkward moments where you're just like, I'll just stand here. It's fine.
It's fine, I don't need it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But also, 10 bottles of beer on a date.
It must be a very boring date. She turned up with her other husband.
Ah, no, not
Shit.
again.
This is the second time this week. While such bladder explosions are rare, Sean, the local hospital claims that every year they admit at least one such patient. And binging on beer is apparently the perfect recipe for a broken bladder. When you drink alcohol, it causes the body to produce more urine than usual. So that can potentially contribute to the bladder being full, said Dr. Bradley Gill. Thank you, doctor. You're teaching us things every day. Gill adds that when accompanied by an inebriated individual being less aware of this fullness, this can result in traumatic bladder rupture. So everyone keep that in mind next time you're thinking, I don't want to break the seal, lads. Ha 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 ha. I'm going to die.
I'm still going to do it every time. Surely,
every
though,
time.
when he falls asleep, surely he'd just piss himself, though.
You would think. He must have been, dying to go for hours before that.
Yeah, and then I guess his body just held on to, oh no, I'm not going. But that's fucked.
It is.
It sounds weird, but pissing yourself is always a nice little safety net.
Are you going to put that on your CV? Yes, that's your LinkedIn description.
The amount of fucking quotes attributed to me from this show.
Lads, pissing yourself, it's a safety net. You know what I mean? It's good to have that in your back pocket just in case anything goes wrong.
Just like if you pass out and you're like, what if I pass out and I need to pee? At least I'll just end up pissing myself. That's fine.
But surely your life has to have gone very wrong if pissing yourself is the least bad option you could do.
Well, you're not shitting yourself.
Oh yeah, actually you're right. Damn it. You've got me there. Is there a worse gag in the world than when you're with a bunch of lads or ladies and they're drinking and then someone goes to the bathroom first and they go, hey, he's breaking the seal, and you have to listen to that. Is there such a thing as worse? Murder maybe? I don't know.
Murder? I don't know now. I don't know. That is a funny joke.
It is pretty good. Actually, no, now that I said it out loud, I am having a bit of a cackle.
Might not. I might not piss for the rest of the week.
Never.
Ever again.
Never again. We're going to move on to our next piece of news, and this is actually a Florida man story, but it is one from not this week. It is one that I found that I did on the radio that you did not hear, Sean.
Oh.
And so, if anyone doesn't know, we used to be on the radio many a year ago, over 2 years ago now, and we had a show together, but Sean was sometimes not on the show with me. He was an occurring guest, shall we say, for a little bit. But Florida man, he doesn't wait for no man shot. He does things every week no matter what. So I have Come and Get Me, Florida man arrested after doing donuts in front of deputy with beer in hand.
Oh, that is a level of not fucking caring that I will never reach.
Yeah. A man who taunted deputies on his four-wheeler with a beer in his hand is now in custody. So on Saturday evening, deputies attended to a traffic stop on 3 four-wheelers for driving on a county-maintained road. 2 of the four-wheelers stopped on Windflower Street, everyone's favourite flower-based street.
Sounds like a lovely street.
From the stop. A white male driving the 3rd four-wheeler later returned to the traffic stop and began taunting the deputy and driving in circles in the middle of the road shouting, come and get me, you'll never get me.
I think the end of this story is that they get him.
But up until that point he holds all the cards.
Oh, he was the alpha right then.
Yeah. Shortly after, additional deputies arrived in the area. He just pissed them off. When deputies turned down Margaret Boulevard, the four-wheeler accelerated rapidly towards the front of the patrol and swerved around it. The suspect was seen holding a beer can in his left hand and yelling as he went by that he loved the taste of that beer.
Can we get a confirmation on the brand of beer?
It doesn't say. This one tastes really good. I drink 10 of these without pissing myself.
Not to brag, guys.
The suspect then accelerated rapidly southbound on Watson Road and then turned into Guinevere Lane, I think it is. There's a lot of lanes here. Contact was later made at a residence where the four-wheeler was observed. They just seen that the four-wheeler was sitting outside the house and they're like, he's probably in there.
Probably got the same four-wheeler surrounded by cans.
Witnesses identified the male as Aaron Keith Clarke, 24. 3 first names.
3 first names. Wow. And
We started that as a gag, that never trust a man with 3 first names, but every Florida man seems to have 3 first names.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, and they're all people you shouldn't trust.
No, absolutely not. Deputies went out to Clarke's home residence on the county highway and he was taken into custody. Clarke told deputies he did not remember the incident due to being intoxicated.
Oh, well, he's definitely telling the truth.
I like that he's like, I don't remember it, officer, it couldn't have been me. I was drunk and also driving, so couldn't have been me.
Couldn't be me. I couldn't have broken any laws just now.
All I was doing was driving drunk. Sure, there's loads of other people committing murder.
Show me where it says that's a crime.
Oh, it's on page 1. Oh, jeez, I skipped that. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, I always think the first page is just like, it's bullshit. It's all about, thank you, Mum and Dad. But nope, this one says don't drink and drive.
Clarke stated he was sorry for the incident. I mean, Clarke, fair play to you.
Oh, well, then he's off the hook.
Clarke is charged with fleeing and attempting to elude and reckless driving. He was transported and booked into the Walty County Jail. But Sean, I mean, your 2 friends get arrested, and in that moment he's like, I could get away, or I could go back and take the piss out of them. And he chose the better option, I think.
Connor, I think you're forgetting he was absolutely twisted.
Oh yeah, so really in that regard, he's not really thinking, he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to do some donuts, show the police officers how cool I am.
Yeah, he started thinking, wouldn't it be good if I did donuts? And about halfway through that thought, he was already doing donuts.
They might let me join the FBI.
If they see how sick my donuts are.
They're just going to be like, wow, sick donuts, bro. And he'd be like, yeah. And then they're going to let me join. It's going to be great. Quick, turn.
Turn faster and in more circles.
So that's an old Florida man story that I just wanted to do because I just came across it. Sometimes they redo stories and they're just like, oh, remember this? And I seen that and I was like, I need to tell Sean that story because I don't think you were on the show when we covered it. And it's always just fun to hear your opinions on stories we've done previously. But I like Florida man's confidence has not wavered. At any time, he's always had the same level of confidence in any situation.
Yeah, he's always totally in control until he's not.
Until he does something possibly dumb and or illegal.
Often both, let's be honest.
Often both. And so, to finish off Weird News this week, Sean, we are still in Florida. But I have a very interesting tale that I think you might like. And this is a Florida prisoner. He ripped off Lowe's, which is a building firm, to build home from jail. That is, Florida man built a home from jail.
What? How?
Yes. So, the FBI is involved in this. So they said the FBI says an inmate masterminded a scheme to steal supplies from Lowe's and build a home all while locked up behind bars.
So did he get other people to do it?
Yes.
Genius. Okay, tell me more.
When Jared Murray began building a new home in Lake Placid in Florida last July, red flags soon began appearing to those working on the job. Every 2 or 3 weeks he changed his cell number, a contractor on the project told the news. He would never answer his phone, and when he did, he was always around a lot of other people. Nobody could figure out why. Murray, 37, regularly had construction materials sent to the job site, and for some reason, they exclusively came from Lowe's. The items were delivered by couriers driving rented U-Haul trucks, often at odd hours. The contractor says Murray told him that his uncle worked at Lowe's, and he got 50% off everything. All of Murray's business was handled by someone who lived in the area, and identified herself as Murray's aunt.
Okay, so the story's checking out then.
So far, so good. I mean, his aunt is there. She's looking over the building. He's just on work. He's not home.
He's not home. He's not available right now.
No, he's not. He's hanging out with his friends. Everything about him was really shady, said the contractor, who asked not to be named. I never met him. I just met his family members. He said he's on the road for business all the time. I tried to meet him, but he always had an excuse. He was in Georgia. He was in Jacksonville. He was somewhere else. He was up to no good. Something along those lines. In fact, no one ever met Murray, because he was not on the road at all, but in his prison cell. So, an FBI affidavit obtained by the Daily Beast lays out allegations that Murray has devised and executed, and continues to execute, a scheme to defraud Lowe's Home Improvement out of well over $1 million worth of stuff.
Jesus.
So Murray, who has been locked up for much of the past decade for his participation in a robbery allegedly masterminded by his mother, has not yet been charged in connection with the Lowe's matter. The investigation, which centres on allegations of wire fraud and money laundering, is ongoing. The hustle was as brilliant as it was brazen, using cell phones that were smuggled into the South Bay Correctional Facility, where he is serving up to 25 years in jail.
Why does he need a house?
For when he gets out. Sure, he's coming off the road from Jacksonville.
He was never in Jacksonville.
We just stop. I believe him. Murray allegedly stole the identities of contractors with open lines of credit at Lowe's, according to the affidavit. Then, prosecutors say, he would order large amounts of building supplies, charging them to the unwitting contractors' accounts.
Ooh, that's not sound. That's not sound, lads.
No. A series of go-betweens picked up the materials from Lowe's, delivering some of the crews building Murray's house in Lake Placid, according to the feds. What Murray didn't use, he allegedly sold at a steep discount on OfferUp, a Craigslist-style online marketplace, and used the proceeds to pay for more construction.
So he sold the stuff he didn't need, that didn't cost him anything, and made more money.
You know when you make an over-order and then he started selling it on Craigslist and using the money to buy more materials? This guy's running a whole scheme from behind bars.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's a criminal, but he's a criminal genius.
The unfinished 3-bed, 2-bath home is now listed for sale at $185,000. If the scheme had worked, it would have been virtually pure profit.
It really would have been. And then he would have come out and just been fabulously wealthy.
Yeah! And during this entire time, Murray has been incarcerated as not had any legitimate income, says the affidavit, which notes that Murray last reported wages totaling $111, earned in the first quarter of 2008.
So he's... Wow. That is an enterprising young man right there.
So he's been in jail for 12 years, then he decided, I'm just going to build a house, and if I sell the house, then I get nothing but profit.
Yeah, and I don't have to pay for anything to make the house.
Yeah.
And I'll get the house completed before I'm caught.
Yeah, and then they'll never be able to relate it back to me once it's sold. And the deed goes to somebody else.
And it's all in someone else's name.
Yeah.
That is... I'm trying to be like upset, but that's impressive.
I mean, he's clearly a dickhead. Clearly awful, but at the same time, this might be one of our most elaborate Florida man crimes.
Yeah, like it's primed for a Netflix documentary, isn't it?
See, if he hadn't got caught, it would have been a great one.
Yeah. Well, they can get caught, I think. I think they can get caught and just... You know, that can be the end of the movie.
I suppose, yeah. I just love that he kept calling every 3 weeks and they were like, can we meet up? I can't. I'm not home. I'm just not home at the minute. I'll give you a call when I'm around.
And all these guys were getting paid as well, weren't they?
Yes.
So it wasn't like he was even... like the
But
workers...
they're getting paid off each other though. Like he's using one contractor to pay for the material, so the contractor is getting the bill. But he doesn't know where the bill has come from.
Huh. I mean, yeah. So, like, a lot of people are being hard done by, but it is clever.
I mean, what he probably would have done is he would have charged different contractors. Like, so he wouldn't have stayed with the same contractor. Like, he would have just done the bill repeatedly through several different contractors over every single... Probably changes every week or every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he, like, presumably he was able to look at what the contractors were already buying and just buy more of that. So that, like, it would slip under the radar.
And this is all behind bars, Sean. How is he doing this on Craigslist as well?
Yeah, and he has, like, prison burner phones.
and they're just like, so it was very iffy. He was always surrounded by people.
He's a very popular man.
Very popular. He had loads of friends. So, just when you think Florida Man has gone dumb, he comes up with one of these, and it's 1 every 20 that is just like, fuck, he nearly got away with it.
If it weren't for you meddling contractors.
Damn you, crime bosses. No, actually, damn you, police. Oh,
there you go.
That's where they get you.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you, committing crimes. That's where they get you. So, Sean, that's the end of this week's Weird News.
What a wild and wonderful week, Connor.
Yes. Would you like to take us out?
Yes, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thank you to everyone who supports us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. You guys are all the best. You certainly keep my lights on because I use the money to buy light bulbs.
That's true.
Connor spends his money on light bulb breaking materials, is that correct?
It is hammers, mostly hammers.
A lot of hammers. He charges them through some contractor. It's weird.
Yeah.
But thank you all so much. And link in the description if anyone is interested in the Patreon. We're also on Twitter at Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook Heroes for Hire Podcast. Instagram Heroes for Hire Podcast. Or you can email us heroesforhire_@outlook.com. But I think that's about it, Connor.
That is about it. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Sean Mean.
And we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.